Tired of staring at a blank canvas, feeling like your creativity has gone on vacation? Yeah, me too. But don't worry, I've got your back. In this video, I'm sharing 5 no-nonsense tips that actually work to blast your art block to the endless void. So let's go. When art block hits, it's easy to feel overwhelmed by the canvas in front of you. That's why setting small, achievable goals is key. Instead of aiming to create the creation of atom right away, break it down into bite-sized steps. Maybe start with just sketching basic shapes or focusing on one part of the piece, like practicing eyes or hands. These smaller tasks build momentum, making it easier to keep going and gradually build up your confidence. For me, I'm super happy with this teacup I drew in another video. Comment on some of the small art achievements that made you proud. Once you've set those small goals, you might find yourself still feeling stuck after a while. That's when it's time to take a step back. Sometimes the best way to get past art block isn't to keep going at it, but to instead take a step away from art altogether. When you're stuck, forcing yourself to keep drawing often leads to more frustration. Instead, give yourself time to rest, go for a walk, listen to music, or simply relax. Let your mind wander. These moments away from your sketchbook allow your brain to reset and process new ideas. When you come back, you'll feel more refreshed and often find inspiration where you least expect it. If you come back from your break and you're still feeling stuck, one of the most effective ways to break free from art block is to start experimenting with different techniques. When you find yourself stuck, it's often because you're doing the same thing over and over again. So try switching things up. Use a new medium, explore a different art style, play around with textures, colors, or subjects you wouldn't normally choose. This change in approach not only adds excitement, but also sparks fresh ideas and perspectives. By stepping out of your comfort zone, you'll often find a new sense of inspiration and creativity. Now, if I'm feeling uncreative or tired of being in the house, one of my favorite ways to get the creativity flowing again is a change of scenery. Try moving your workspace to a different room, a cozy coffee shop, or even outside if the weather's nice. A new environment can offer fresh perspectives and help reset your mind. But if that's not an option, using references is another great way to spark inspiration. Pull up images that inspire you, whether they're from your favorite artists, nature photos, or everyday objects, and use them as a guide or a jumping off point for your own creations. Remember, references are not about copying, but about finding new ways to interpret and experiment with subjects. It's amazing how stepping out of your routine or looking at something familiar with a different lens can really energize your creativity. For my fifth tip, and hear me out, it can be a bit weird for some of us introverts, but sometimes all it takes to get rid of art block is finding the right community. As humans, we need social connections. It's a part of our evolution and is up there with food and water. Joining an art community, whether online or in person, can make a huge difference. These groups offer not just feedback, but also encouragement and a space to share struggles. When you see others tackling their own creative challenges, it can be motivating and inspiring. You might pick up new techniques or ideas just by being around other artists, and suddenly that art block feels a little less daunting. I don't want to go through this journey alone, and I'm trying to make a community of people who understand each other and motivate them as they do the same for me. Now, before we wrap things up, if you've tried all these techniques and you're still battling art block, I've got a bonus tip that is often overlooked but can make a huge difference. Celebrating your progress. It's easy to get caught up in what you haven't accomplished and forget to celebrate the small victories along the way. Acknowledge the progress you've made, no matter how minor it might seem. Maybe you finally got a hand to look right or discovered a new shading technique. Those are wins worth celebrating. Rewarding yourself for these achievements not only boosts your confidence, but also keeps you motivated to keep pushing forward. There you have it, guys. Those are my 5, well, I guess 6 simple techniques to curb stomp art block that actually work. Don't let art block discourage you. It's a part of the journey that we all face. But in my opinion, this downside of art makes overcoming it that much better. If you need more tips or want to see my journey as a beginner artist learning art, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Also remember, Kenny and I will always believe you, even if nobody else does. And for this video, I leave you with a masterpiece.